Hey guys, it's the Storm here, the other half of Just Play It. Here to discuss some NXT Takeover, the match card, and to discuss some Summerslam match card predictions. So let's kick it off. As you can see, Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens. This is not a ladder match, it's just a regular match. But the real match at the card is going to be a ladder match. Let's start off with that match. I can't see them have Kevin Owens winning the NXT title, being that he's on the main roster already, and he is, you know, the main roster. He's been on the main roster for a little while, right? So, yeah, I don't think they're going to have him win it back just to go back down to NXT. That wouldn't make sense. So my pick right there is Finn Balor is going to retain the title. Not saying that, you know, after the fact, Owens might, you know, do a little something dirty to him or whatever. That's beyond the point. Finn Balor wins that match. Let's move on. NXT Divas Championship match. Bayley versus the boss, Sasha Banks. I'm taking Bayley on this one. I think they're ready to move on from Sasha Banks. I think Sasha Banks, you know, is ready to move up with the whole Divas Revolution on the main roster. I think she's moving up. I think Bayley's going to take the title and lead the way for the rest of the NXT Divas. Let's move on to the next match that I see here. Samoa Joe versus Baron Corbin. I can see Baron Corbin beating Samoa Joe. I think Samoa Joe's here to put over Baron Corbin because Baron Corbin's getting a lot of hate about how, oh, he doesn't wrestle anybody, oh, he can't wrestle to begin with because all he has is squash matches. So now we'll actually be able to see Baron Corbin in an actual match against Samoa Joe. Let's see how that goes. Baron Corbin over Samoa Joe. Hits him with the end of days. And it's over. Here's a big match that I am very excited to see. Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. I can see both of these men winning, but I think Jushin Thunder Liger will win in the end because this is going to be his probably one and only WWE match ever because he's going to stay with New Japan as he has been. He's famous in New Japan and WCW, but I think it would do a lot of justice to have Tyler Breeze win. Moving on to the Vaudevillains versus Blake and Murphy for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I have the Vaudevillains taking the championships from Blake and Murphy. I think they're ready to move on from Blake and Murphy. They've been the tag team champions for a while. I think at this big event, if they're going to make this event as big as they claim it's going to be, big enough to, you know, blow up Brooklyn or whatever they want to say, I think they're going to have some title changes here, except for the main title, of course, because they're not going to have Kevin Owens win it. Next match, Zack Ryder and Enzo Amore with Mojo Rawley and Colin Cassidy. But you know, that's not the tag teams, but that's just the four of them. Versus Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Dash, and Dawson. And I think I'm gonna have Enzo Amore, Zack Ryder, Mojo Rawley, and the team of Colin Cassidy. All of them. I think they're gonna beat Jason Jordan, Chad Gable, Dash, and Dawson. A lot of matches. I know I'm on the SummerSlam match, but I'll get there soon. The NXT Takeover Fatal 4-Way. Emma versus Dana Brooke versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte. I have Charlotte winning this. I think there's no need to have anybody else win, but if there is going to be somebody else win, that has to be Becky Lynch. She's the biggest diva in this Fatal 4-Way that isn't already on the main roster, you know what I'm saying? So it's either Charlotte or Becky Lynch. I'm going to place my votes on, you know what, I'm changing it up. I'm going Becky Lynch. Moving on, Bull Dempsey versus Elijah Sampson. Bull Dempsey's obviously going to win. If you've watched NXT recently, you could tell that he has that whole, oh, I'm now fit, I've been getting buff, whatever. Bull Dempsey's winning. Apollo Crews, formerly Uhaa Nation, versus Ty Dillinger. Apollo Crews is going to win. No doubt. Eva Marie versus Carmella. I want Carmella to win, but Eva Marie's getting that big push, you know. So they're going to be like, oh, Eva Marie. I don't know why she's getting that push anyway. Moving on. Randy Orton versus... Oh, this is the SummerSlam card, by the way. I'm pretty excited for that. Not as excited for TakeOver. Sheamus versus Randy Orton. I think Sheamus takes this one, since Randy Orton, you know, won the last one. And, you know, oh... whatever the hell is, I don't know. I just think Sheamus is going to win. I think they're going to put Sheamus over here. The Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match. Big Show versus Ryback versus The Miz. I think Ryback keeps the title. I don't really have a reasoning for it. I just think Ryback's going to keep the title. I can't see them putting the title on Big Show or The Miz. Rusev and Summer Rae versus Lana and Ziggler. If Ziggler and Lana win, then WWE made a real big mistake here because Ziggler and Lana, they're so over with the crowd. Everybody likes them. Not that, you know, faces always have to win, but I just think that's a no-brainer to have them win at this point. Then we have Los Matadores, New Day, Kalisto and Sin Cara, and the Primetime Players. I think, you know what, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they give the tag team titles to Kalisto and Sin Cara. I know, that's a pretty gutsy call, but I think they're ready for it. I like seeing them compete every week. I think that'd be great. Moving on. Neville, or the Team Arrows, or whatever the hell they're called, you know, with the guy from Arrow, the TV show, and Adrian Neville, versus Stardust and King Barrett. I got Neville and I got the Arrows winning. Now here on to my favorite match of the night, Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. I think Kevin Owens wins this, no doubt. Moving on, I think Dean Ambrose turns on Roman Reigns to beat the Wyatt family. In the Divas match, I think I have Becky Lynch, Charlotte, and Paige. I think Brock Lesnar's going to take it from Taker, and I think Rollins will unify both of those titles with beating John Cena. Now remember, you can watch SummerSlam or that for $9.99, but you can subscribe for free.